That was a look at DC Fandome. So, Greg, what do you have any kind of last overall thoughts about what we saw today?
I mean, I think like superheroes in general are on their way out, and I think like the public isn't gonna really take that into consideration into like decades from now when we look back on this like era right now from like 2019. So post Endgame, really, where like we just see this onslaught of rundown, awful stories that just are watered down versions of the characters. Before you didn't have like maybe the you didn't have like the most accurate depictions of the characters, but still you had some
They were a little more
thematic things
true
that,
to the characters, even though a
yeah,
little more.
they were heroes. They were fighting for what's good despite like the X-Men, even though they didn't have like their costumes and stuff.
Hmm.
That was the genre. Also, that was at a time when the genre was taking off. So you can't have like the same excuse right now. We're supposed to be saying that we live in the golden age of like superhero media, but it's it's not really true right now because it's like even less accurate in terms of the fundamentals than in the 2000s of like the Spider-Man, the X-Men, um, where those you could say that because they were trying to like start off this trend that they were holding back for that reason. At least you could say that, which I'm not really making an excuse for, but at least that's what you could say. Here, you're telling me that this is like supposed to be the golden age when this is what they're turning out. So I think audiences right now, I think they'll just watch whatever superhero stuff there is because they're just mindless consumers who just want more superhero stuff. So it's not going to fail. Like Eternals, that thing is not going to fail because I think the MCU fan base is just tuned in. They could watch poop on screen and they would watch it. Um, so I think they're not really going to be the normies who are just watching it are not really going to look themselves in the mirror and say, yeah, this is kind of stupid because right now it's just not with superheroes really, it's with content in general. It's just watching the next thing, binge watch this show, binge watch that, what's next, what's everyone else watching. It's just more of the same stuff and it's all just starting to look the same. It's all just watch it, get that done with, and then move on to the next thing. Um, and that's why you get rushed stories, you get rushed storylines. The comic books are just pamphlets that exist for the sake of existing. They don't really, uh, they're just there to make money off of what the movies do, and then they're sort of there. The movies then they stop being whatever story they want to tell. They just are sort of treading this mindless whatever. Let's just do whatever. Let's get this person on here. Who cares if they don't know what they're talking about? Let's just get them on. They don't want to respect the original stories. Let's just let them do whatever they want, and it's gonna turn out like a mess that does not have nothing to do with what was before. And also video games, DLC, and unfinished games at launch. Just everything is, as a result, is getting kind of like tarnished because of that. While there are still, obviously, thankfully, indie stuff and smaller stuff that you can enjoy. Like I am reading for the comic books. I'm looking forward to like a lot of Kickstarter for like Indiegogo. I'm excited for like the young Ripa stuff that he's gonna put out. Uh, for like the video games, there's like Celeste platformers, Cuphead, all that stuff. Very ambitious. Shovel Knight, all those things, they look very awesome, and at least there's that to look forward to. And there are still like these hidden gems somewhere, at least for video games, for comic books. You just gotta look at the indie stuff. Just gotta forget about Marvel and DC. For movies, all of it is just starting. I'm watching the movies right now in the theater, and I don't know if I've seen a good movie since like eight. Okay, maybe a good movie. I don't know if that's an exaggeration. It's probably not an exaggeration, but I haven't seen like a very great movie or like an amazing movie in the theater since 2019, and yeah, that's just where everything is right now. And
Well,
I don't think people will realize it for themselves. Sorry for the tangent, but
that's fine. So, see, we kind of had some glimmers of things we thought looked good, but the overall direction, DC doesn't seem to have a direction, especially in these movies and stuff they've announced. So there are points that I enjoy that I might be looking forward to, but I'm hesitant with all of them because of that. I think moving forward, if like this, if you really want to get into nerd stuff, like you're gonna have to go back to the old things. Like if you're into superheroes, go back and watch the old animated series,
Yeah.
the old movies, the old comics, like
And that's what we've been doing.
pre
I've
two
been doing
thousand
myself.
pre 2010 probably for comics, I would say. And if you're into Star Wars, Star Trek, go watch the old movies. If you're into like these other old kind of nerd stuff, go find the old things. Like if you really want to get into like nerd
Yeah.
fandom, that's the way.
Comic books. Comic books too. Just read the stuff. That's classic, 60s,
Those
70s, 80s,
those are the
90s.
things that sucked a lot of people into the world, like us as well. And those are what got us these love of these characters and franchises. And it's sad to see the state that a lot of them are in now. But there's still so much out there from the past, and there's even other people that are trying to do stuff in the current times. There's so much stuff out there to find out without just consuming the different things that they're pumping out in the main like spear of movies and big television shows and different things. Not that you can't like it or that it necessarily they're all going to be horrible, but just the trend we are starting to see is that they're not up to the standard that we should be getting or expecting as fans of these things and these properties. But anyway, guys,
Amen.
thank you for watching our look at DC Fandome. We appreciate it. Let us know your thoughts on all these different projects. Is there anything you're looking forward to? Are you just done with this altogether? Let us know. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel and look out for more of our content. And as always, remember to pardon the nerds.
Vengeance.
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.